So this first song is called What's a Boy to Do?
In all of my striving, I callous my hands to put off my dying. All I burn down, I don't feel more free. Where do I run now? 'Cause I know what I'm running from, but I don't know what I'm running to. And all I thought I know has come undone. What's a boy to do? I lit the one match, it went up in flames. Now I'm standing in cold ash. All I burned down, I don't feel more free with all that I burned up. 'Cause I know what I'm running from, but I don't know what I'm running to. And all I thought I know has come undone. What's a boy do? Yeah, the house I built, burned it down, and I stepped off the solid ground. Out in the wild, I'm found alone, and there's somewhere that I belong, and I'll just keep on moving on until I find my home. I know what I'm running from, but I don't know what I'm running to. And all I thought I know has come undone. What's a boy to do? What's a boy to do?
This next song is called Flight Risk.
And I've been wondering if it's you who fails to speak, or if I just fail to listen when you do. And I've been wondering, where are you when I bleed? You should know what I'm feeling, 'cause you've been forsaken too. Don't turn your back on me. Well, I know I've been coming up short. I'll tell you what I need. Right now I need you more. Prone to wander, always prone to run, and I have been a flight risk ever since I was young. Don't turn your back on me. I know I've been coming up short. I'll tell you what I need. And right now I need you more. Well, I need you more. 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 Don't turn your back on me. I know I've been coming up short. I'll tell you what I need. Right now I need you more. Right now I need you more.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Got one more song, and this is called The Doubter's Hymn.
And I was born with a heart turned toward love. Gospel songs on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, I read the scriptures and prayed every day till I moved out with my coming of age. And the songs I was singing shifted about from hymns about faith to songs about doubt. I fell off of your solid ground and found myself alone. I ran away like a prodigal child, like the prophet Elijah out into the wild. I've seen the fire and I sing with grace. Now I'm in the way wasteland praying for rain. And the songs I was singing shifted from praise to why. Oh, why did you leave me this way? Oh God, why did you forsake and leave me here alone? Sunday mornings you'll find me asleep, so tired from the life that I lead. But given the chance, I'll get up with the sun, 'cause I have a chance that my time's gonna come. And the songs that I'm singing, shifting about from heartbreak and heaviness to the devout. And there's still a story I'm figuring out, that I am not alone.
Jacob Perez.
This is Jacob Perez. We're here live inside the Davis Zone. I wish we had lightning effects when I say that. Davis Zone. Well, today in the Davis Zone, we got Jacob Perez. He's from Texas. He just hit us live in the underground with 3 songs, so you guys got to check that out on our Facebook Live. So, Jacob, talk to us, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am a student and songwriter. I live here in Cincinnati. I moved here a little more than a year ago. I moved here to work at a church, and then I ended up staying here. I got engaged to a lovely girl. And that typically is when you're like, all right, I'm gonna stay in this city. I found myself a nice girl. So, but yeah, I mean, I grew up in Texas and then kind of bounced back and forth, and then ended up here kind of just in the last month, honestly, getting back into playing music again and focusing on writing and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Okay, we were downstairs in the studio. What was the song you performed? What is it? When a Boy...
What's a Boy to Do?
Yeah, What's a Boy to Do? It was so much emotion in that. I felt that kind of to the core, kind of snuck up on me and made me think twice about what's a boy to do. Being that I'm not a boy and I'm a man, I kind of understand the whole emotional drive. But what inspired that song?
I grew up like pretty in like really conservative churches, and
Yep.
I bought into it most of my life until I was about 15, 16. I started kind of tearing apart all of my ideas about like God and the world and everything like that. So that song, I wrote it when I had kind of torn everything to pieces and just was sitting there with like nothing
Right.
to believe in.
Right.
And then it was like, okay, I tore everything apart. I undid all of this. What now?
Yeah.
Like, what do you do when you don't really know anything anymore?
Well, start from scratch. Like you said, what's a boy to do? And a lot of people don't understand. You have to go from being a boy into a man. You can't just be like, what's a man to do? You have to, take that journey. And being that you're from Texas, and that's a long ride. I mean, I got brothers in Texas. Actually, I got a best friend over there, Chris, and I have a brother, Will. He's in Houston, and Chris is in Dallas. They say everything's big in the Lone Star State. Was it a big journey from Texas to Cincinnati? And when I say that, I mean your trials and your tribulations, and you talk about how you were just like conflicted with who you were or what was going on. Like, what was that journey like?
I mean, it was a big jump for me. I graduated from high school,
Right.
and packed everything into my 97 Camry and drove drove all the way from Greenville, Texas to Cincinnati in one day.
That's a while.
And you know, I ended up out here. I live on my own now. And yeah, I went straight from being in high school and living at home to being by myself. So it was crazy. Like, it took me a long time to realize all the freedom that I had.
Yes.
Being an adult, I was like, oh man, I can do what I want. But like, I still went to bed at 10 p.m. every night for the first like 6 or 7 months. So
Right.
but yeah, that's, I mean, it was a huge step for me. That's really me growing up, you know.
I mean, hey, I haven't been to Texas, and I hear everything's big in Texas. Do you have any influences from Texas, or is it all just upstairs?
Influence-wise, like musically?
Yes, sir. Who what made you want to pick up the guitar?
The first thing that I didn't really even realize what a guitar was when I first decided I wanted to play. I saw this kid get up in front of my church when I was 4 or 5 years old, and I was like, hey, I want to do it. I want to do what he does. And my parents went out and got me a guitar for Christmas. I started learning like later that I think that spring or summer after that, and yeah, so I mean, that's what kind of made me pick it up. And I grew up on like gospel music and then like CCM.
Nice.
And then I kind of started branching out a little more when when my family kind of moved out further into their lives and journeys. We became a little less conservative. I could start listening to music that wasn't explicitly Jesus music. So and so I think I started discovering all these like old school R&B,
Right.
soul music, like old school, anything in like the history of rock and roll.
Oh, nice.
I really kind of settled in. I really, really enjoyed Springsteen for the longest time. Springsteen was my guy.
Good.
Have some of his stuff on vinyl and everything like that's. Yeah, so I think Springsteen's a big influence for me as far as like songwriting and emotion goes. Musically, I tend to lean into a lot of like more folk, like Americana,
Yes.
pretty laid back. Not quite country, but like country enough, I guess, you know.
I understand it's the Texas roots.
Yeah, it is.
So it would be wrong if you didn't dabble in the country, you know.
Yeah, probably.
It wouldn't seem just right. And I'm just like, when you were down there, man, you were killing that guitar. And
Thank you.
I loved it. I'm just like, man, I want to learn how to play. I mean, seriously. I was supposed to buy my daughter a guitar. I told her I'd start off with a ukulele, but we didn't get there.
No.
No, not at all. I was like, noise? No, we're not gonna.
No.
Not in this house. Not tonight. So, being that you are out here and you've been out in Cincinnati for so long, tell the people where they can catch you at, where we can find you at in the good show within the next, week? You have a show coming up?
Yeah, I'm playing at Awakenings in Hyde Park. It's Awakenings Coffee and Wine.
Nice.
Saturday, March 2nd, so a week from this Saturday.
Nice.
From 7 to 10 p.m. you can catch me in there. I'll be playing for about 3 hours, so pulling all the random ridiculous covers out.
I was just about to get into that. Covers, oh my god.
Yeah.
I love cover bands though.
Yeah, for real.
I think they're entertainment. I think some cover bands do sound better than artists. It's been proven.
That's not even wrong though. Where's the lie?
Well, before we let you get up out of here, Mr. Perez, I want to play a game of word association. I'll toss a word out there. Oh yeah. I'm gonna toss one out there, and you just feed me right back. All right. Super Bowl.
Cowboys.
Did he say that? Troy Aikman.
Success.
Oh God.
Victory.
Oh, nice. Tom Brady.
Cheating.
Well, folks, that's the end of this show. Everyone knows I'm a Patriots man. I love me some Tom Brady. I'm sorry. One more. In the next 5 years, where do you see yourself?
In the next 5 years, I want to have put out an album in the next 5 years.
Yes, sir.
I want to have graduated from college.
Understood.
Have a job in my field. I'm a social work major, so, and I want to be starting on my master's. I want to get my MDiv from Xavier, so,
Nice.
yeah, so that's kind of where I see myself in about 5 years.
Yeah, well, you have a great swivel on your shoulders and good head on your shoulders. I call it a swivel because you seem to know the direction you're running in. Even though you're not a Patriots man, I'm going to let you slide. I'm going to let it slide today. But I'm your cousin Kurt. That was Jacob Perez. This is the Cincy Underground. That was the Davis Zone today. Thank you for joining us. Shout out to Brandon Davis. He's somewhere in the building. He's always near. Oh, well, he's behind me. Sorry. We'll catch you later, Cincy Underground. Thanks.